More team fight and big potential for Alter Ego. We're jumping into the land of Dawn. 2-0 or 1-1. Both teams fighting for the upper brackets.
With that in mind, it's going to be RRQ HOSHI with the better neutral objective control. But Alter Ego Esports, they're playing to their identity with the pickoffs perhaps, which is what they might be going for here in the early game.
We're just worried about the tempo gameplay, right? Because Alter Ego, if they get rolling, it's just so dangerous. So RRQ need to play it calm and collected at least until level 4, where their team fight potential, their AoE, will be a lot more valuable than the early pressure, early damage coming in from the side of Alter Ego.
Now looking at the jungle, Albert obviously on the Balmond, he goes for the Demon Slayer, but look at Selly. He didn't go for the killing spree that we usually see on the Haya. He's opted to go for the high and dry here. That's going to be Vin caught out, has a stampede, but Leo Murphy sees him with Udo picking up first blood, has the flicker to get out, didn't go for Purify this game, and Alter Ego lead early on.
That's the early game pressure that we expect from Alter Ego Esports. Even if Udil hasn't reached level 4, which we're known to feel like the Farsa is reliant on, he does still have the Wings by Wings and the first two abilities. Wow. Talent's prediction by Axior shows a unanimous prediction for the side of Alter Ego Esports. So very different here, as all of the casters agree that they have a better and more reliable composition. Even R7 is getting pressured in that top lane just by the damage from Sellyboy alone.
Skylar is picking up a whole lot of turret gold, right? This is going to be scary for Nino once Skylar gets level 4. But Nino with the sprint, honestly, I feel like the Claude is going to be able to have a better time here in the lane, actually.
Well, Sellyboy is level 4 right now, but Albert is level 5, so the clear gap is very apparent here. But the members already tracked down. Sellyboy makes a big play.
Very nice shadow kill on towards the mage. Leo Murphy jumping in once again. Pi with the shield unity as well. Leo Murphy going to be immobilized by the falling siren when the lethal counter was popped in. It was baited out though. That means RRQ will no longer have the double retribution to actually go for the secured Lord. Both teams disengaging 1 for 1.
But Alter Ego, they're not going to go for it even then.
Exactly. They just don't have the tools available because Sellyboy just used the shadow kill as well. RRQ, they come back straight away. They send Vin to disturb Sellyboy and they get the first turtle. Of course, they have the advantage in those big team fights, man, so they are using it to its full leverage. But Sellyboy, we have seen that he has that killer instinct. RRQ HOSHI will need to be very careful where they step.
Oh, Vin though, he's got to be careful. Has a Shadow Stampede, brings Leo Murphy back around. Leo Murphy not going to go for the flicker, wait the dragon just yet, knowing that Vin still has the Cult Ultra. But there you go, he goes in and that's comboed in perfectly. Not even giving the chance to Vin to pop the Cult Altar. Chain CC to death.
And even Clay popping up that Feather Airstrike didn't really do much as well. They were able to perhaps zone a little, put a little bit of damage, but not enough because Clay is going to need those items to really hit the damage. But now RRQ HOSHI, they're going to be going to this bottom side.
As the flicker, Leo Murphy gets out with that flicker. Big resource burnt out. Skylar, very wise there. Able to actually take the lane slow. Denying the gold minion from Nino, but this is gonna be bad here. Nino pops back in with a BMI, and he is caught by the lethal counter. Up top, it is gonna be a trade. XP laner for gold laner, but Beatrix, the gold onto his hands is gonna be more valuable than the gold onto Baksha.
Exactly, and now Alter Ego, they're playing more for the EXP side. I wonder if their thought process is, okay, we can get our EXP laner ahead, and we can later on deal with Skylar by using the range, by using the Feather Airstrike burst damage. If they want to do that, it's a valid option because later on, in the side lane pressure, Pi will be able to actually have an advantage going 1v1 against R7, and that macro advantage might be what Alter Ego needs to get an edge in the jungle fights, as Albert right now, being very aggressive, gets jumped on.
Sellyboy with a shadow kill here, going to be stunned up as well. Albert, as the shield unity comes in, Cult Ultra placed as well. Albert losing the Cult Ultra life very fast. Leo Murphy needs to back off, but look at that snipe coming in from Udil with the Feather Airstrike. Finally able to secure the kill. Albert definitely staying a bit too long. Alter Ego find the kill, but RRQ, they're looking for the neutral objective.
Once again, with the advantage, Alter Ego Esports, they're not going to contest onto this. It's really interesting with the way that they're playing. RRQ HOSHI, despite R7 being taken down, is still going to be able to put pressure in that top side, despite going against Kai, who is his natural counter. RRQ HOSHI now setting up for this turtle. Will Alter Ego Esports be able to take it away?
Uh-oh, R7 is the one who gets kicked in, and Leo Murphy will be punished for that. That was the frontliner. Definitely not a wise move by Alter Ego as they lose out on the neutral objective as well. RRQ leading, building their gold lead up even higher. And the snipe doesn't connect, but Silly Boy, he's gotta be very careful. That's the way the dragon on Clay.
Exactly. The lockdown potential is so dangerous, especially if you're an assassin. Nino right here, though, not having the best of times. RRQ HOSHI want to make sure that his presence in the first game will not be as... his presence he showed in the first game won't be present for Alter Ego in game number 2. But the maneuver is still a lot faster for Alter Ego Esports, though. It just comes down to which side of the map they want to make plays on, as Steady Boy goes in towards Clay, but the Shadow Kill doesn't get full value onto the hero.
They all have to be very careful. Albert is 2 levels ahead of Sully Boy. That means this orange buff might actually be contested, but Albert, he doesn't have the retry. He has the lethal counter. I do believe Sully Boy still out-damages the lethal counter just with his retry, so it's all good. RRQ don't really want to go for the trade just yet. Both teams still playing it very safe as the neutral objective is yet to spawn.
They're playing it really carefully, though. RRQ HOSHI now going into the top side, taking Nino perhaps down, but he is going to still be able to use that ultimate. But even then, RRQ HOSHI have gotten what they wanted, which is that turret in that top side.
Right now, Leo Murphy getting chased away, and RRQ HOSHI, they are relentless, man. They keep pressuring again and again. They know they have the early game advantage, so they're trying to get as much value as possible. Brute forcing their way into some of these turrets as Alter Ego. They're forced to respawn because they want to make sure that they don't lose too many objectives, and they want to make sure that Nino and Udil specifically do scale into the late game. Udil here, 4-0, has a Clock of Destiny, but that's about it right now. With the new passive, right, he does a lot of damage to the tanks as R7 gets chucked down. That passive from Farsa does percentage HP damage, so tanks are a lot more vulnerable to the Feather Airstrike.
1,600 gold lead and counting as Pi is going to be the center focus.
Oh, not a good fight there, but a lethal counter will find its mark. That's going to be the damage coming in. Leo Murphy flickers forward with the Jikundo with the Dragon onto Clay. Not going to be worth it there. Skylar goes massive onto Nino. Goes for the snipe! He guns Udil down all the way from the back line, finding him even though he was in Wings by Wings form. It was Nino popping off in game 1. Now it's Skylar's turn.
The battle of the gold laners as Skylar. Amazing play. And if you question how well the Beatrix can have the impact, well, on Skylar, it surely is going to make a huge deal as 4 members on the side of Alter Ego were taken down. And this is going to be a free Lord by the Samsung Galaxy A series for RRQ HOSHI in the 8th minute.
Genius one picked up by Clay as well, so even more damage for the side of Alter Ego to deal with. It's just quite a big contrast from game number 1. It's a 5k gold lead for RRQ HOSHI in 8 minutes. Alter Ego Esports still trying to buy time, still trying to scale into that late game, but RRQ HOSHI, they're intent on ending it early, it seems.
That snipe.
That snipe
was so good, but Alter Ego now, they're down. Pretty bad. 4,000 gold lead for RRQ as they have the Lord as well. They also have crazy siege potential. But Alter Ego have a pretty alright high ground. They will be able to withstand the first Lord unless RRQ pulls off a crazy fight against them in the base.
You can see Selly Boy not standing idly by. He is going to be looking to push that lane in the bottom side as the Feather Airstrike is being popped up here to take down that minion and the Lord.
Ooh, Udo very intelligently used the bolt from the Feather Airstrike to deal damage to the Lord and the rest of the heroes as well, holding it as long as possible to try and delay and push away members from RRQ. Sally Boy, though, is being hunted by the rest of the members.
He lands! Oh my god! Skylar again, my goodness gracious, my god! Back, Skylar! Oh, we saw this last season. Maybe this is why they haven't been picking up the Beatrix. He's too damn good. What a read.
Map hacks, bro. No way. What was that?
Skylar, stop.
He used the Rennet to prevent the recall coming in
And he
from
read it out.
Boy. And then it was, oh my god, that was just so beautifully executed
Wow.
by RRQ Hoshi there, taking Silly Boy down, and now he's gonna think twice if he wants to go for the plan B split push.
He can't even do it that well. He only has a Malefic Roar and a War Axe, so 1v1, he can't really go toe-to-toe against anyone on the side of RRQ Hoshi. Even if he goes against Skylar, the Wind of Nature is available, so this is a tough spot for Silly Boy to be in, and RRQ Hoshi, they maintain full control right now. The shoe is on the other foot. Alter Ego Esports want to try and get burst damage. They need to deal with Skylar, but the Cult Alter will be able to ensure that at worst, he just comes back after getting his Cult Alter HP popped.
I'm still just flabbergasted. Man, Skylar on the Beatrix is definitely a different beast right now, but R7, he's not even going to be able to take any damage. He doesn't take any damage. Silly Boy's damage and his abilities basically tickle him right now. 18 seconds for the Lord, and it's not even going to be the enhanced one. RRQ have dominated this game so far, and they might actually have to wait for another minute to make it an enhanced Lord, because it won't really be valuable if they take it right now as it stands.
With a 7,000 gold gap, can Alter Ego Esports even look for pickoffs? I guess Silly Boy can try look for Skylar, but once again, Silly Boy using his ultimate to clear the lanes as fast as he can to try and alleviate the pressure, because they do maybe want to contest for the Lord here.
Well, if they want to do so, they have to contend with RRQ Hoshi with a gold advantage of 7k, with all the AoE coming in from Clay and Albert, and of course the potential for Skylar to just combo everyone. Remember that Bandit now does a lot of slow, so if they position, carelessly, they can get slowed down and chased down by RRQ Hoshi for sure.
And right now, the only one who can actually kill Skylar is Udil, right?
Yes.
Because he has the Wind of Nature. Silly Boy and Nino with the Blazing Duet and the Shadow Kill, if they go together, it will literally be useless. Skylar has the Wind of Nature. Udil needs to make a massive play for them to be able to come back here, but it doesn't seem like RRQ want to give Alter Ego a chance at all. They go for the Lord, instantly taking it down. Nino is able to find that orange buff. He got it for himself, but an 8,000 gold lead has already been built up by RRQ Hoshi.
No breathing room whatsoever for Alter Ego Esports, as, yeah, RRQ Hoshi, they're picking up the pace, they're pushing the tempo, not allowing Alter Ego Esports to go for anything at all. So far, Silly Boy's only been able to clear those side lanes and perhaps look for a pickoff, because he did pick up the high and dry, but like you mentioned, Arashi, he doesn't have the items equipped for it.
Exactly, and you have to start wondering if going for the Claude against the Cult Alter is the best of ideas, right? Because it seems like early on, the fact that they have more damage, a lot of DPS to burst and do damage afterwards is going to be enough. And now RRQ making the aggressive play here as the Feather Airstrike is used up, zoning everybody away. But they are going for more than one base tower kill.
Yeah, they're looking to get more here, maybe translating it over, but honestly, that was really good micro-management on the waves by Alter Ego. They're able to minimize the damage towards their base, only losing a base turret, but now with a second wave of enhanced minions coming in, they have to be very careful. Vin looking for the engage with the Shadow Stampede. Nino, again, dealing no damage onto R7. I don't think he has the Malefic Roar yet, so it's going to be very tough for them to actually melt down the frontliners. Albert and R7 practically unkillable right now as Clay jumps in once again. RRQ looking for the end. No, they stay disciplined. They've learned from their mistakes. Skylar got a cheeky little snipe.
And this is the difference right now, right? The build coming in for the Beatrix is not the one shot, the big snipe one tap we saw coming in before the patch. He has a Demon Hunter sword, so a lot more DPS coming in. And in the Cult Alter situation, if both teams are just trying to out-damage each other, I think the DPS is a lot more favorable on the side of Beatrix compared to Claude. Silly Boy was able to sneak past the members of RRQ Hoshi. I wonder if he's waiting for Skylar perhaps to just walk into the vicinity.
Uh-oh, Nino. Look at what Nino is doing as well.
He's trying to get farm.
Yeah, he is trying to get farm. He's going to the enemy jungle to get it, right? This is very dangerous because if anyone spots him...
Oh my God. Nerve-wracking.
Oh my God.
Few seconds, few nanoseconds.
My God.
Oh my God, that would have been such a disaster for Alter Ego Esports if he got caught, but Boy trying to do the same thing. Very risky plays, and honestly, that's all Alter Ego Esports can do. It's either go big or go home at this point, as we can take a sneak into the items before it goes down.
Has plus finish for Skylar as well. He's on 6 items, and his items are quite similar to Nino in the previous game. And that's how you deal with the called Alter, essentially, right? So now, even if he gets bursted down, if he is able to survive the initial burst coming in from the Fighter Airstrike using the called Alter, he can still stay alive, life still up, and actually stay healthy enough with his DPS. So it's a very adaptive choice coming in from Skylar.
They're just suffocating Alter Ego. Again, Leo Murphy's looking for the play right here. He jumps in, able to find Albert. He goes over the way the Dragon as well. Retry comes in by Albert with a lethal counter. Skylar able to kite away. Leo Murphy taken down as Pi jumps in with a vengeance. And the turtle says Poissons. He will lose out on his life as Skylar picks up a double kill. Bottom side, it was Boy who was trying to go for a split push, but in the midst of it all, it feels like he will not be able to deal enough damage. Falling Star Moon locking him down. Lethal counter with Finn as well to pick up the kill. 3 members for 0. RRQ looking to equalize here in the game, in the series. They want the game. It's going to be Nino with a blazing duet jumping in on the Skylar, who has him in the nature, and the base will just simply be targeted down. RRQ equalize 1-1.
You know, at this point, can I just have an App Lane prediction?
Yeah, don't predict.
I just don't. Can I just not predict?
I don't know.
In a way.
Like, I literally moved to Alter Ego because I thought they had the better draft, and then they lose.
In a way, turn out.
0%.
Like, every time.
You have the power here. If you want Alter Ego to win, you predict RRQ. If you want RRQ to win, you can predict Alter Ego.
It's
You
all
have the
about
power here.
perspective.
just vote for another team. Vote for Aura in this matchup. Yeah,
Can
so
I,
it's fair. So it's 50-50. Because you're right. You have 100%
Right?
inter.
I literally have a curve.